All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, welcome everybody. Let's go to the next slide. So, Linda White, come on down.
I'm right here. Walking around.
What's up? Hey, beautiful lady. What is the motivational minute? What's the quote of the day?
The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are.
Yeah.
That is so profound.
So what does that mean to you?
Well, it means I think that we're always, changing, evolving, and that we have to embrace that. And it means, different things at different times in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who I am today is not who I was, a year ago.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me.
That's awesome. I love it.
All very profound.
Yeah. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, it's really, like you said, it's really becoming your authentic self, right? And it's always a journey. Certain things are important to people, to you now that may weren't important to you in the past or may in the future or whatever, but it's really showing up as your authentic self, because that's when people are drawn to you. When you're not being pretentious or trying to be someone that you're not, or trying to be should, could, or whatever the case may be. So it's always about just really learning who you are, right? Be okay with the journey and showing up as your authentic self. Okay.
Do you have a little code though that does that? That tells you something, or is that a
No, I
coincidence?
think it's,
Oh,
yeah, someone, oh, you know what? It was just timing. I like my,
is that recording?
huh? Yeah, it's recording.
Okay.
All right, it should be, it is, okay. All right, cool. So, oopsie, before we get to Sonia, I want to do a quick announcement. You guys are probably like, oh, okay, whatever, this is super exciting, right? So we have decided to do a listing contest. All right, a listing contest. And I have a feeling whoever's on Justin's team.
Justin.
So I just want to welcome real quick, Justin Bonnet. So we will maybe get a word from him in a little bit. So, but we are having a listing contest. It begins on, you can't really see it. The contest starts September 1st and ends on October 31st. We're decided the ALC, we had a long conversation about all the parameters of this listing contest. We wanted to make it super, super simple. And we didn't want to make it, so 30 days is not quite enough. 60 days is almost too long, because you guys lose interest in about 20 to 30 days, right? Hey, how are you? So we wanted to have, so it serves a couple purposes. One, right, we talked to you all about listings. Huh? Whatever you want to do. Just pay attention. Okay. And can you X out of that, please? Thanks. All right, cool. So what are the listings, right? When we take listings, it helps us control inventory. It gives us predictability to our business, right? And we have low inventory right now. Listings are golden. And this has been the rule since the beginning of time when it comes to listings, right? So, and one of the reasons why we're doing it in the fall, August is kind of a weird month, right? We have mega camp, because there's so many of us going to that, right? But we have mega camp, and then we have people going, getting those last little bit of vacations in. Oh, let's go ahead and take this time off or take this time, Kids are going back to school, going to college, whatever. Seems like August is historically a kind of a distracted month, if you will. So we decided to do it from September, for the months of September and October. And this will kick off your fourth quarter and push you into a fabulous start in 2024, because that's right around the corner, right? So how do you win the listing contest? So at the next team meeting on the 22nd, we'll announce the teams. We're in the process of making sure that it is not heavy one way or the other, right? We have the same amount of production and producing agents in each team. So what do you have to do to win a listing contest? Take listings, right? Take listings. So you get 3 points for a listing. Woo-hoo. And for the commercial guys, they'll be like, whoa, I just sold this building and it had 120 doors. That should be 120 list. No, one building. Okay, one building, that's it, right? Then use Calabasas escrow. You get 1 point for Calabasas escrow. Huh? You can't see the team meeting over there. It's right here, honey. And then, and then 3, open and close a buyer deal during that time. So you have to open it on September 1st and close it before October 31st. You get a point for that. Right? So we will be keeping track of how many points that each team gets, right? So the team that wins, that has the most points, the losing team will be providing a party and hosting it, except no, I'm kidding, right? So no, the winning team will have a party, we'll give you more details on that. And then also we're going to have an agent will win. Whoever has the agent that won the most points or got the most points will get $500.
It has to be from the winning team.
And it doesn't have to be from the winning team.
You could win the losing team and be the top agent.
All the Jerry Westwood word.
Yep. So, wow, you guys, that was really anticlimactic. I thought a $500 cash reward was,
That's pretty cool.
was that cool? I mean, you know, for some of you, it's just a night out for dinner, but hey, nonetheless, it will still be, you know, it's still $500. So more details to follow it. Oh, you have it now.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's okay. So any questions on this? Obviously, we'll, like I said, we'll be announcing the team, so you know what team you're on and so on and so forth. And we'll have a, what do you call it? A leaderboard, right? Posted up over there as well, so you guys know what the points are at all times. Does that sound like fun?
Yeah.
Justin's like, I don't know. All right, cool. All right. So that is that. Let's see, we'll go. Okay, so Miss Sonia.
Hi, everyone. Hey, that sounds really awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty competitive, like with myself even, and that sounds like an awesome contest. So anyway, happy Tuesday, everyone. You might be wondering who this really awesome new guy right here is. I just wanted to do a shout out. So Angel actually just joined your office as a new agent. Yay.
Yeah, hi, everybody.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go on some tour today. So he's here in Hollywood with us, but I wanted to talk to you about 2 things today. So tomorrow, Tech Talk, happy hour, 5 p.m. There is a lot going on with Command, you guys. I don't know if you've noticed, it's been a little glitchy lately. This is because Mega Camp is rolling in, and we always announce a whole bunch of new things either at or right before or right after Mega Camp. So if you've logged in today, you might have seen that in Command, there is an all new paid ads interface with more places to advertise to. So when you log into Command, you're gonna get a little pop-up right away with some new information, really exciting stuff. I'm super excited. So that's that. I'm going to be going over that stuff tomorrow night. And so I hope you guys join us. And of course, I'm there to answer any questions that you might have around that as well. All right, so bring your laptops. And then do we have one more slide? Yes, awesome. So if you are not registered for this yet, this is going to be going on with Dan Ihara. It's in Oxnard on the 18th. That's the day after, basically, when everybody's back from Mega Camp. If you're not going to Mega Camp, you should definitely be going to this. There are limited tickets available. It's $50, but I can't tell you how awesome this stuff is. So if you've ever I literally picked up my phone this morning and answered questions with agents regarding 1031 exchanges and other things like that. So Dan Ihara, he's from the Hawaii region. He's been on Gary Keller's top 200 for a long time. You've seen him on stage at Mega Camp, at Family Reunion. And he's coming in because he is the leader of the new real estate planner community. So as you know, we have luxury communities, we have commercial communities, we have the sports and entertainment. The real estate planner community is one of those communities that is helping you build wealth, or helping you help your clients build wealth through investing, through 1031 exchanges, estate planning, all of those things. You don't have to be a member of this, but this is such a great conversation to have, especially if you're, you know, following up with long-term nurtures and things like that. So, $50 tickets, but guess what? I have 3 to raffle off to you guys. So, and you can't answer and get the ticket if you're not gonna go. So you have to be able to availably go on Friday, the 18th. It's gonna run from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It's the Courtyard Marriott in Oxnard. All right, so, all right, so I have a raffle question. And if you know the answer, Stephanie's gonna pick you, okay? This is regarding 1031 exchanges. After the close of the first sale, how many days do you have to identify the next property?
45.
Justin.
Somebody said it there.
Oh.
45 days.
She said it.
90.
Who was it?
Susan.
Oh.
Easy. Is that the answer, Sonia?
And we'll spend about 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie, who said it first?
Susan.
It was Susan.
We had Susie, we had a raising hand, and then Daniel. So we have to figure out,
Give it to all 3 of them.
Yeah,
Three-
so like-
three or 3 winners.
Yeah.
so we
I
have.
shouted the answer.
The answer is 45 days. That was correct. I just don't know who said it first or how we do that one. So, Susie, was it you who yelled it out?
Yes, I did.
And are you available on the 18th to for sure go to this event?
Yes, I am. I'm returning back from Mexico on the 15th of August, so it's perfect timing.
All right. So that one will go to Susie. All right, the next one, you guys just yell out loud, okay?
Yeah.
Once you close, so you have 45 days to find the replacement property. How many days do you actually have to close on the second property?
Can I answer again? No,
Yeah, Justin said 180.
no, I know the answer.
Answer is 180.
So that's Justin.
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 All right. Here comes the hard question. In the Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, what is the 4 levels of making it to $1 million? What are the 4 levels?
I mean, think $1 million, earn $1 million, net $1 million, receive $1 million, give $1 million. That's the 5th level.
Oh yeah, you got it. That was Philip, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you was gonna be good.
Awesome, you guys. Good job. Good job. So,
He said he won't be able to make the event though.
okay. Well, do you have somebody you
So we need him away.
Yeah, give it to somebody in the
Who do you
office.
want to give it to?
How's the day? Can you go? Or,
We'll figure that out.
yeah, okay.
I can't.
All right, Jocelyn, you can go.
All right, Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn wins. Okay. All right. So, you guys, the tickets are $50. This guy, he's gonna go over not only these 1031 exchanges. I'll tell you the goal is not to just go there to educate yourself. The goal is to go there and build your listings by educating the clients. So he's basically going to take all this information and load your lips with what to say, give you the tools. And one of the things that Dan is really amazing at is asking the kinds of questions from your clients that will bring you those kinds of results and help you take the listing. So he's going to go over some conversations and questions that convert to appointments and agreements, right? How you can help clients build and protect and transfer their wealth. And he's going to be talking about the 1031 exchanges and DSTs, so Delaware Statutory Trusts. And, you know, this is like goals that people have for their families to build wealth. So they're really great conversations. I'm going to be going to this. I'm super excited to see you all there. So grab a ticket. I logged onto the Eventbrite this morning, and there are not a whole lot left from what I can see. It's saying limited now. So yeah, hope to see you there. All right. And that is it from me. I will see you guys tomorrow night.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sonia. Welcome again, Angel.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Okay, so we have August birthday babies. So happy birthday to all of you. Most of you are probably half of you are my fellow Leos. So I appreciate that. We all. All right, so happy birthday to all of you. Then we have our anniversaries. So golly, Ray Rodriguez, 13 years. Wow.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And then, oh, Michael Couchette, what does that say?
3 years.
3? But you were, oh, where'd he go?
That way.
No, that's not, that, no.
Can't be right.
So it's 3 here, but Samantha Mitchell, who's having a rock star flipping out of this world year. She's been here 3 years. So congratulations, happy anniversary. We really appreciate your commitment to our office. So thank you so much. And then Sonia probably popped off, but remember, Mega Agent Camp is next week. So super excited for it. August 15th, 16th. Justin, you're going, right?
Not this year.
Yeah, so so over in Austin, and I actually leave on Saturday for this. So, we'll definitely be bringing back some great information for you all if you're not attending. Linda, you're flying, oh, Monday, right?
Monday.
Okay. All right, cool. So here are our everyone that closed in July. So we had great closing. So congratulations to all of you. Yeah, and we are definitely maintaining, staying consistent, steady Eddie on our closings. Okay, welcome to the Keller Williams Calabasas family. We have Ed, who's on Zoom, Mitzi's on Zoom. I led. No one's helping me here. Okay. Aled. Anyway, congratulations and welcome. Justin again, welcome. And April Craig. So super excited to have everyone here. And then also we'll have a big announcement as well next Tuesday. We have a team that came back to us. So I can't wait to share that. So 2023 at a glance. Oh my God, we had the funnest picnic on Saturday. So thank you all we're putting more and more pictures up on social media, but we had our annual family picnic at the beach at Zuma on Saturday. We had a great turnout and Linda won the bake off, which was awesome. So, but yeah, so thank you all for being there. August 15, 16 mega camp. Our forward living dinner is on that Tuesday night at Dean's Italian Steakhouse. Isn't that kind of weird? Dean's Italian Steakhouse. Anyway, but it's a fabulous restaurant. I have all the details. We're accepting deposits. Hey, Ron, we just got accepting all the deposits for our Bahamas trip, November 14th through the 20th. And then our December 14th holiday party. So make sure that you guys have that in your calendar. Okay, Mr. Philip Crispino, it's your ATL moment.
Awesome, guys. Thank you guys for having me. I'm gonna put a timer because I don't want to overdo time. Sweet. All right, guys, I'm gonna share with you guys something that my coach with MAP shared, Coach Don Sprague. He shared a stat with us, and I'm just gonna read it to you guys. If you guys were on the Thursday call, you're gonna be like, Philip, you spoke about this. And this is just a great opportunity to get perspective on the current market, our activities, and wrapping it all together, right? He sent to us, we are currently on track to have 2.8% of the population move in 2023. That is a 1 to 35 person ratio. Another way to put that is that people are on track to live in their home for the next 35 years. We know that won't remain consistent. However, that is the current paradigm. To offer perspective, prior to this year, the median duration of home ownership in the US was 13.2 years. I joined real estate in 2014, and at that point it was 7.2 years or 5 years, and then it became 7. Now we're at 13. Now we're looking at 30, 25, 30, 35 years. That means if we do nothing differently, we need to work 265% longer than we did prior to 2023. Are you guys getting where we're going with it? Either you can double, triple up, quadruple up on what you're currently doing or what you did in the past to essentially get the same results, or you can continue working the same type of lead gen, fill up our time, fill up our social media with, hey, I'm working, I'm doing open houses, and still work with the not motivated people who are looking for killer deals. Follow up with people who are waiting for the interest rates to drop to 3% again, waiting for more inventory to hit the market, waiting for the bubble to pop. We're not seeing that. Justin, you're selling Lake Balboa.
get the Florida, always the dog.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Or there's a big or we can focus at 265% of effort, the time that we can commit, and put it to mining for the motivated. And the question becomes, how do we find the motivated? The 4 M's that he shared with us was look at the market. Look at the market that you're currently in, the market that you're speaking to, right? The method that you're going about. Are you calling? Are you going door to door? Are you just mailing? Are you texting to a dialogue? Are you on social media? A combination of those aggregations, right? What's the message we're sending? Are we taking the market that we're experiencing and then presenting our challenges to the client, to that space? Or are we taking their challenges and then presenting a solution or a market that fits their scenario? Because everyone's not in a recession. Gary Keller said it best. Real estate, the market is the market. The real estate industry is in a recession. 10% of us, what was it? 8% of agents are doing 4 deals or more come July, was it? So you were in the top 8% if you had 4 closed deals year to date at that point, right? Last year, if you're at Billtown and Palm Springs or any of their events this year so far, they went out and said that 10% of the agents nationwide did 50% of the deals in 22, right? If you look at our office or any office for that matter, I'm sure there's 10 to 20% that do like the same Pareto's law, 80% of the deals, if not more. So the difference is what keeps those guys and gals top of mind, doing those deals, working that sphere and space. And the best thing I could think of in talking to the people on the MAPS program, talking to people in other offices, just following through and just hearing people's social media, it's where do people already know you, like you, trust you? It doesn't matter how you met them. Met them at a door, knew them from high school, knew them from college, you've known them all your life, you just met them yesterday at a party. They got to know you, they got to know them, they got to like them. And when it came to real estate, they trusted them, right? They built in enough time on task over time that they went to Cindy for their loans. They went to Justin to sell their house in Lake Balboa, whether it's a farm, whether it's a community event, whether you live there, you're engaging. It's not a one and done. It's not, hey, I met you today, you're selling your house with me tomorrow, right? Now, when that does happen, thank the real estate guys, right? That is not the norm. Now, you could do that over and over, but that is working 256% harder to get the same results that you did last year or the year before. We're talking about working smarter, mining for the motivated. I went through a thing where if you did a daily 10-4, that's 2 months. I think we figured out to be like 250 days of your year, right? And anyone familiar with daily 10-4? All right, awesome, Emilio, there you go. So I'm rereading The One Thing, and people say, I've read that book. Awesome. Tell me about what you read the 4th time. Well, I haven't read it the 4th time. I haven't even read it the 2nd time. I'm reading the book for the 5th time. And towards the end of the book, Gary says, hey, close your eyes and think about all this, close your eyes. Think about the biggest life you can have with who you are, with all the things that you want to do, the money that you want to make, not just so you can swim in it like Scrooge McDuck or whatever, but be able to provide the life that you truly want to live. Passive income, however you picture that, closing deals, whatever it is, that life you picture right now is possible. You can live that life. If you can picture it in here and you believe in it, like genuinely believe in it, you can take steps to get there. Reverse engineer that. I don't care what number you had, reverse engineer what it would take to get there, whether it's through properties, through selling, whatever. And if it's through selling real estate or acquiring property, at some point, you're going to be engaging with people. If you were to reverse engineer that all the way to what's the one thing you could do today, it would be something as simple as make a contact, add them to your database, send them a thank you note, engage on your social media. I know back in the days for any of us who did Ignite and prior to the changes, it was like 2 or 10 houses a week, not even a day, a week. With social media, you just engage your social media. Do that over time. We figured you would make over 2,000 contacts before the year was out, taking 2 days off a week, taking 2 months where you totally disappeared. So you're working 10 months, 5 days a week for 40, we figured 46 weeks or whatever. I'm not trying to make it like any easier. Yet at the same time, it's one of those things where if you really broke it down, you can't tell me that you made 575 contacts with 575 people and spoke to them 4 times in a year. And I will use cuss words right now, so please earmuffs. It's fucking bullshit if you're telling me that you spoke to 600 people and you didn't get at least 4 deals this year so far. Impossible. You can't tell me that they got to know you, they got to like you, they got to understand your mission in real estate, they got to understand that you're relatively knowledgeable, or you have access to all the people and the knowledge necessary to make their real estate goals happen. And even then, even if they didn't do business with you, out of 600 people that you connected with, you're not the kind of person that they would at least refer you to somebody along the way. Impossible. You guys are too good. I've talked to majority of you guys one-on-one. I've heard your stories. There's no way if someone met you, Monty, that they wouldn't say, hey, that was a pretty cool dude. You know, hey, I wouldn't mind taking a call from him, or hey, he was pretty knowledgeable. Impossible. You guys are just way too good to not have that work in your wheelhouse. So now the question becomes, the last M is measurement, and that's my failing. I don't measure. I don't take into account what am I doing. I don't compare my track record to what I'm doing today versus what I did then. I know all I know is I'm doing better, but how do I get better? You have to measure it, right? So being honest and true to like, who am I talking to? What am I saying? What am I doing? That is where we can see the growth, right? Now it's kind of a hard conversation. This isn't to like, it's again, I err on the side of like, you guys are amazing and you guys have more talent and skills than me. You guys have a better history with people than I do. I came from insurance sales. That's like the worst sales you can come from. It's not like, oh, wow, I had a very influential background before getting into real estate. Insurance sales is like bottom of the bottom, guys. You guys come from incredible backgrounds that I can only once upon a time dream of, right? And then our rough starts to get into those. Anyways, long story short, if you guys haven't done so, take the time to start with something as simple as one contact, one genuine contact, meaning, hey, call someone that you have an unfair advantage with, someone that already knows you, that likes you, and that already trusts you. Start there. Go to the cold if you must. Start with the people closest to you and circle out. I'm going to sound, every time I have an opportunity to share with you guys, I'm going to keep saying it. Start with your closest people, your core. Circle out to your past clients. Oh, I haven't sold real estate. Cool. Call your past coworkers, your past supervisors, the people who know that you're upright, that you deliver on everything that you say you're going to do. And if that's the challenge in your past career, great. Own it. Work on character and integrity building. Now circle out to your allied resources. Everyone that you've given money to, meaning they do services for you, your accountant, your tax preparer, because that'll be the same person, your financial advisor, the person doing your lawns, your hairstylist. Circle out to your general SOI communities, your spheres of influence. And then if you absolutely must, then get into a geographic farm. After you've exhausted places that already know you and like you to a degree and have trust. Thank you guys so much. And hopefully that message was effective. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, you're spot on with everything, right? So it's really a matter of, having the conversations. And if you're not having the conversation, so there's a couple things I want to expand on, piggyback on what Philip's talking about. Okay, if you're not having the conversations, then you need to figure out why you're not having the conversation. What are you afraid of? Right? And if you have to have some breakthrough on something, come meet with me, come meet with somebody to figure out what the block is. Because we're all human, we all have blocks towards different things, right? And you guys always hear me talk about, we have to have breakdowns to have breakthroughs. Right, and it doesn't mean that it has to be bad, it just says it has to be like, oh, God, what's happening right now? Sometimes you can't explain when you're having a breakdown, right? And it doesn't mean like it's a mental breakdown, right? It's just, you gotta break down some of the stuff, because some of the stuff may not be flowing, but what it is it's readjusting, right? It's getting shaken up a little bit, or shaken up, whatever the word is, right? So then you can power through. Right, and what's interesting is like this office, we had gone through a lot of crazy, fun, exciting, shitty stuff, right? A little combination of everything over the 4 years that I've been here. And then the 8 years before I even got here, there's always transitions, there's always stuff that so like the last probably really from April to the end of June was kind of cattywampus, and you guys may not know, but I knew it, right? And now all of a sudden, it's just like, wow, as soon as you kind of release the stuff, and sometimes you don't know that you're going through stuff until you get to the other side of it, you're like, oh my God, I just went through some stuff. Right, but it's the breakdowns where then all of a sudden, the seas part, the clouds go away, and you're like, wow, I just released a whole bunch of stuff, we got through some things, and then right now, I can't even begin to tell you, you guys will see it, feel it, but Keller Williams Calabasas is on such a massive trajectory right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's super, super exciting, right? But we had to have some breakdowns to have some breakthroughs. And that's how it is in life, that's how it is in business, that's how it is physically, whatever the case may be, you're just like, okay, let's just maneuver it, right? So my point is, if you guys have a fear or a block on something to get you where you want to be, whatever you're picturing can happen, but you're not certain how to get there. Like I said, meet with somebody to help you work through that. Right. So it's interesting. I pulled up Tom Ferry. He said 10 main reasons that new agents or any agents actually fail. Right. One of them was fear of mistakes and the desire to look good. Right. So if you're fearful of mistakes, right, then get over it. Right. Because remember, we fail forward. You don't know what doesn't work for you, right? For you until you know what doesn't work for you. We're all different. We all have our strengths. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our individual superpowers, right? So get over it and get over the ego, right? Because the ego, I know it's corny, the ego's not your ego, right? So on and so forth. So you never heard that. I can't remember where I heard it from. I think it doesn't matter. Anyway, but the desire to look good, right? So it's good to have a healthy ego, your confidence and all that kind of stuff, but make sure it's not controlling you, right? And then that's kind of going to your authentic self, showing up as your authentic self. But another one is, one of the other reasons is interested, not committed, right? You guys always hear me talk about, are you a toe dipper or are you all in, right? So are you interested and not committed, or are you committed? There's a huge, massive difference, right? And it's so funny because how many of our newbies, whether you're on Zoom or not, when you started working in real estate, you're like, wow, a little harder than I thought. I actually have to work. There's actually just a cluster of stuff that you have to learn, right? But you
I
gotta
will say, if you've been in like any type of multi-level marketing, real estate is Disneyland.
Yeah.
Compared to that, so
yeah.
You need that experience.
For
God bless you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I'm like, oh, whatever. Yeah, so again, the 10 main reasons: interested, not committed. You have to be committed to whatever it is in your life that you're doing. Right? And if you're not, forget about it. Right? You're not going to see the success that you want to be, that you want to have. 2, you're not strategic. Right? You're just like, woohoo, whatever. Blah. Right? You have to be strategic. In other words, what we always say here is be intentional and purposeful.
Your messaging.
Yep.
Got to make the right move to the right audience. It's not.
Yeah, for sure. And the other one, because I know we have more stuff to go through, but the other one is one of the 10 is no goal and not tracking numbers. Okay. We're going to work on that. So remember, what you measure and track improves. So really, if you guys need to understand the importance of tracking your numbers. Because you don't know what works if you don't track it. Right? If you could be spinning your wheels on one area of your business and it's getting you nowhere, but you're still banging your head against the wall because you think, oh, well, I have all this motion, I'm doing all this stuff, but you're not getting any return. Yeah, because it might not work. Right? It just might not work. So you track your flipping numbers. This is gonna be the contest is gonna be interesting. At least we'll be able to know you took a listing because you turn in a listing agreement. Right? We'll know that you took a sale, right? So we were just like, oh, do we have them track appointments? No, because they don't track it themselves. They'll be like, oh, I think I went on 3 or maybe went on 5. I don't know. Track your shidizzle. Right? So then okay, am I good at my listing presentation or am I not? Where do I have to fix this? How many contracts am I writing compared to how many I'm closing? Well, it tells the story, guys and gals. Numbers tell the stories. Could you imagine football? Okay, it's almost football season. So I'll be talking about football a lot more. So could you imagine football not having the stats and the numbers? Baseball, the whole bit. I mean, what's weird, which I'm really frustrated about, but all the analytics, say, okay, it's more probable, so all these guys are analyzing all the numbers. Should we do a running play or should we do a passing play? And the analytics showed on that one when the New England Patriots played the Seahawks. Remember that? When he should have ran Marshall Lynch in, but no, he threw the flipping ball. So anyway. But they made that decision, not off the get-go, but off analytics.
Yeah.
Because there was a higher percentage, blah, 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 blah. So my point is, track your numbers. You guys hear me say it? I say it ad nauseum. So anyway, that's one of the 10 reasons agents fail, is because they don't track their numbers. Do you track your numbers, Stefan?
Well, I'm working on it still, but yeah, I get stressed, so I just put my head down and work on it every other year.
Yeah.
But yeah. They
Yeah, I track my listings, I track my money.
Well, not that, but yeah, it's more, I look at it as a career, not as a year by year, because you have a lot of agents have 41-year careers. But that's one thing somebody told me a long time ago, and from that point on, that pretty much started going up because it wasn't worried about what did I do last year. This year, because you made $1 million this year, you make $1,100,000 or $900,000, you're a loser. That's not true.
Yeah.
But we have that pressure. So yes, I track my numbers on a quarterly basis.
Yeah. And I think that's smart because if we focus on the year, I heard that too. Who said that?
I don't
Was it
remember.
Tom Ferry?
I say Tom Ferry.
Yeah, I
I've
think so.
heard it there before.
Yeah, I think it was because it makes so much sense,
Yeah.
right? So if you're just tracking, like it's easier, like that book, The 12-Week Year. Is that what it's called?
10 Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but just compartmentalize it, right? Just focus on, because you can control what you're doing in 30, 60, 90 days.
Yeah.
Right, and then that helps, and you just keep tracking, right? Like, oh, okay, this is working, so on and so forth. It's, we put the year plan out there, or the 3-year plan, the 5-year plan, but we chunk it down. Right, so one, it seems more plausible, it seems more doable, so on and so forth. So that's why we have like the 411, so on and so forth.
With
But-
coach, you even just check in once a week, you're submitting your numbers and okay with accountability, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Not peer accountability, because peers will let each other off the hook all the time, but
All the time.
with a coach, it's a different story.
Yeah. But yeah, so a lot of the number tracking too, obviously you understand what you need to do, but too, it's that accountability factor to yourself and your coach, etc. Okay, oh, Cindy, I don't know if Christine's on, because I know she wasn't feeling well. Did you want to talk about the book?
So, the book. We are doing this book on September 19th. This is a really, really great book for anybody who's self-employed, AKA you guys. So it's got tips and tricks galore on how you can make money, save money, not pay taxes on your money that you make. And I'm going to have a constructive sort of a book club, not as much just discussion, but you know, some actual sharing of ideas on how we're making use of the things, the tips in here. So, coming up.
Can I share a little thing? So that event that they're having on August 18th, the real estate planner community, KW planner community, awesome for networking. We recently took ourselves off, so there's an extra open space. They only allow 4 individuals per market center to sign up for a KW official planner, so it's not like open door type of thing. But the entire series is around that book. So if you read that book and you understand it from a real estate standpoint, and tax protection standpoint, that is KW planner in one book. You know, as a friendly little cheat sheet. I'm saying, obviously, there's more things to it. I totally get it. But that is like, if you had one thing and one thing only to read, and you wanted to get into that space for you and for your clients, that would be the book to read.
And I just want to add that this Tom Wheelwright, the writer was the CPA for Richard Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy. And this book is very readable. It's not just boring CPA crap. That's it.
Yep. Awesome, thank you. And then, I don't know, because we've ordered the books, I don't know if they're, are they in? Okay, so make sure if you take a book, because the first 10 people will get a free book, but if you take the book, you show up. Okay, otherwise we're billing you for the book, okay? Okay. Okay, and thank you to Calabasas Escrow. They're doing an amazing job, and I couldn't be
Yes, they are.
more I'm just humbled and blessed and grateful for the commitment that everyone in the office is giving, you know, our escrow to Lisa and Brian. So really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you. Cindy, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a little mini presentation.
So you just click through.
Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, so I want to talk to you guys about the California Drain for All program. Do you remember that from last year? It was the biggest sensation for about a minute, and then it got all spent, and then it went away. It's going to happen again this year, this fall, and it's going to be the biggest sensation again, so I want you to be aware of it. And it's going to last a minute, and it's going to go away. So, but I think we can use this to our advantage to help us with those fence sitters. Those people who are sitting around not doing anything, not getting pre-approved, not making a commitment. We want to tell them, hey, this program is coming up. You want in on this program, but there's some things we got to do to prep if you're going to be able to even make use of it. So let me see what it's. This fall is when it's coming up. We don't know exactly when, and there's going to be some changes to the program. And these are the things that if anybody wants to try to get in on this, they have to be in escrow. They have to be writing offers. If they're not ready to rock, they're not going to get it in time. And oh, by the way, I do want to mention that we did have one agent in this office who did get one of those deals last year. So it is doable, but you know, it's like winning the lottery. So they have to be at a minimum pre-approved already, fully pre-approved, have a current file on hand, and they have to have their home buyer education completed. So if they don't have all those things, don't come crying to me like so many people did who said, the program's here, pre-approve me, hurry up. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to jump through the hoops I did last year because it didn't get us anywhere. I do want to, the home buyer education. This is what it is. It's, I think it's only 2 parts. I don't think the middle part actually is happening right now, but one piece is a $99 8-hour education program, and that can be done online. And then there's a supplemental also online program for the Dream for All. And that one, as far as I know, there's no fee for that. So these are the education programs that somebody's going to want to do ahead of time. And one of the reasons why it's absolutely fine to do this ahead of time, even if you don't win the lottery with that Dream for All program, is because The regular CalHAPA program is alive and well, is not going anywhere. It doesn't run out of funds. And it's actually, right now, their rates are better than our regular conventional and FHA rates. So I'd almost look to CalHAPA regardless on a normal loan. They don't have to be doing the 100% financing. They can use a down payment if they want and still get the CalHAPA program. But the way it works in CalHAPA is you choose. Do you want conventional? Then they give you a 97% first and a 3% second. Do you want FHA? Then they give you a 96.5% first and a 3.5% second. The second mortgage is a 1% interest loan that they don't have to make any payments on. It's basically deferred until they sell the property, refinance, or change ownership. And there are income limits that are required from the client. It's in LA, it's 194,000. Ventura is actually higher, which really surprised me. It's a little over 200. So it's pretty generous as far as the income limits. The one thing that makes the program a little tough is that you can't co-sign, get a co-signer on it there with you. So if it's parents trying to help their kids kind of situation, kids got to qualify on their own, and minimum FICO is 640. Those are the parameters of the regular old CalHAPA program. And, I would definitely use this to get people interested in pursuing something now, because it takes time to get them pre-approved. Let's get them ready. That Dream for All program was a 20% second mortgage that was a grant, and it was a phenomenal program. So if we get lucky, we had one person last year, let's have one this year at least, or maybe even two. And if you got family members, get that in first, I think it was a family member, so let's be ready. And that's all I got. Oh, at 11:30, new agent lender training, please come. A lot of good information, important stuff. So look forward to talking to you then.
Yay. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, the Bahamas are calling you. Isn't that cute? I know. No, not even one. Golly gee. Okay, so we already have deposits in. People are already committed to going to the Bahamas. So would love to have you all there. We have, if you want to go, $500 deposit now, and then full payment is due by, I should have did it. It's actually the September 11th. I'm telling you the truth, but I put September 10th because you guys will still pay it on the 11th. But so it's $19.51 per person, double occupancy, $24.89 per person. If you don't want to share your room with anybody, we are leaving late at night, 11:45 p.m. on November 14th. And then we get into the Bahamas early. So we essentially have pretty much a whole day. On Wednesday, the 15th, we come back on the 20th and get back into LAX around 9 p.m. And the cool thing is, yes, you need your passport, but we don't have to go through customs on the way back, which is cool. Again, if you are interested, let us know. We put a deposit. Your flipping ass is going, just so you know. So anyway. So yeah, so Louisa. So anyway, yeah, so let us know, we're a month away from getting that finalized. We already reserved, like I said, a block of rooms, and we're committed to those. And if you have, it's 18 and over, though, I'm bringing all my kids, but my baby's 25, so that's all good, but it includes your airfare, your hotel, the transportation to and from, so on and so forth. We have such a great time. It's such a really, really good time. So are you coming this year? Sorry. So anyway, yeah, exactly. So anyway, so just want to let you know that's there if you have, huh?
Mother has a very important question. What's gonna make her go to Bahamas?
What's that? No, you drink. You can drink. Yeah, so it's all the food you can drink. You know, it's all the food and all the alcohol, drink, or whatever that you can have.
That's why I told you, people will find out they have on rates.
Not real estate agents, okay? Yeah, and we have the junior suite superior ocean view, so great rooms. Yeah, so make sure that you show up tomorrow at 5 for Sonia's Tech Talk. Right, are we actually gonna be out here on time? Wow. Okay, and then I already talked to you about my stuff. I'll give you the other reasons. I'll just name all the reasons why that Tom Ferry says 10 main reasons that new agents or any agents actually fail. So then you can say, oh, maybe I do. So 1, interested, not committed. 2, not strategic. 3, fear of mistakes and the desire to look good. No or wrong role model, right? Only running marketing once a week or not at all, right? The Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 mentality. Hit quarters. Like, what do you mean? Like we always talk about. No, I've never worked 9 to 6.
Wait.
I worked like 9 to. Okay, I like this one. No sales swagger. Right? How do you guys show up? How do you guys show up to an appointment or even on social media? Right? Are you like, you know, like that's it. Louisa, do your strut, do your swagger. Right? But it's kind of interesting though. It's like, okay, do I allow my lack of confidence or my fear or whatever control how I show up? Or do I fake it till I make it? Or you know, what is, you know, I think it was an interesting comment on here on the list. And then the other one, number 8 was no goal and not tracking numbers. Number 9, poor schedule or weekly routines. Right? I mean, I think schedule is a huge, huge thing. And the 10th one is lack of financial management. Right? We've spoken about your financial why. How much do you pay attention to that? Right? When is the last time that you went through your checking account and looked through, hey, I'm spending all this money. What is that funny? Oh, okay. It's like, you know, are you tracking what all you're spending? You know, when you see your little graphs at the end, it's just like, oh, wow, 3 was right. I go out too much. Right? You know, what are you spending your money on? Are the financial decisions that you're making, are they taking you, is it promoting and getting you one step closer to your financial goals? Or is it taking you back? Right? So just be cognitive and aware of that. But those are the 10 main reasons that Tom Ferry gave, which I thought was pretty interesting. Don't forget about our Keller Williams School of Real Estate. If you have anybody that wants to get into our crazy world of real estate, we have a free real estate school. Always reach out to Bree. Also, Michael Lewis Marketing Suite. If you don't have it, it's such a great tool. If you guys in the past have used it before, you're just like, oh, it sucked. Okay, maybe it did back then, but it doesn't anymore. Right? So really utilize it. We are having another Michael Lewis training on the last Thursday.